Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to sift flour easily. I'll be going over two different ways to sift the flour that you are using for baking or cooking. Let's get right into the video. The first method involves an official and a real flour sifter tool. So this right here is a flour sifter. You put the flour in there, and when you squeeze the lever on the handle, you can see that it moves that back and forth, which sends the flour through that little grate over there. There's actually multiple grates that it sends it through, okay? But if you don't have one of these, you can just use a regular strainer like this, which is a very similar design, but we're gonna manually send the flour through there, okay? Now, obviously a flour sifter is better, but you don't wanna have this one tool necessarily that only does one thing, whereas this does many different things, so maybe it's better that you use this. It's up to you. So what you're gonna do is the first way, we're gonna use a flour sifter. I'm just gonna get just a little bit of flour. I'm not trying to use a lot, I'm not trying to make a mess, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of flour, and we're just gonna put it into the flour sifter, okay? So as you can see right there, we've placed some flour into the flour sifter, okay? And what we're gonna do is now we are going to be squeezing the lever, and it's gonna dump the flour out. Just like that. You can see it sends all the flour down, just like that, okay? And there's no more in there, and now as you can see, we have this nice sifted flour. It's hard to tell because of the white paper that I chose, unfortunately, but it does work well. So really easy to do. You want to measure out your flour before you put it into the sifter, because once you go like this, the flour is going to be sort of in a bigger spot. So I recommend that you measure out the amount before you go ahead and use the sifter. The second way is if you use a strainer like this. Once again, I'm going to take the flour and just put it into the strainer, and whatever falls through at first is already thin enough, it's already been sifted out. But what you want to do is basically just tap this. So as I tap the strainer, you can see that the flour, okay, is falling out. Just take a look right there. You can see it falling out through there, and you're sifting flour by tapping the strainer. Once again, I do recommend that you measure out your flour before. You can measure it out now, but I recommend that you measure it out before. It's a little bit easier to do. And as you can see right over here, we have this nice, really nicely sifted flour. So it works really well. And like I said, I've shown you how to do it using an actual flour sifter, but I've also shown you how to do it using a strainer just like this. And both work really well. It's up to you. The flour sifter probably does a little bit of a better job. It's a little bit more controlled, and it's its own tool. But if you use a strainer, you're getting something that can do multiple things with just a single device. So that's kind of up to you what you want to use. And sometimes it's a matter of how much space you have available or just what tools you have with you. So that's basically it. I've shown you how to sift flour easily. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.